Welcome back, ARK players, to a brand new video. Now today we are going to be talking about my favorite ARK map of all time, and we've only just done a video on it like a couple of weeks back, but we have some fantastic news that I wanted to share with all of you guys to even more excite you for the launch of ARK Ragnarok Ascended. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here. And as always, if you want to come and play us, play with us on the LoadedCrysis cluster for day one launch of Ragnarok on June 2nd, 2025. The link to the Discord is down below to the LoadedCrysis cluster. Come and join us, and let's get in with the video. So Studio Wildcard have let us in on some massive information that the original creators of Ragnarok back on ARK Survival Evolved back in 2017 have rejoined the studio to get the launch of ARK Ragnarok Ascended out on June 2nd, 2025. To me, this is massive information because, you know, these are the people that made this map what was special about it back in the day. And I wanted to give some shout out to David Miller, aka Dave Excited Kangaroo, Ragnarok creator and senior technical level designer, and Jackson Lawrence, Ragnarok creator and level designer, and Skittle, who's obviously, you know, been in the ARK community for such a long time, or Skitless. But Excited Kangaroo, I wanted to say welcome back, because this is just like such massive news. I've been in the ARK community since I was 16 years old. I've seen you around in the community for the last 10 years, and it's amazing to have you back on board. There's a little bit of an overview here saying the original creators of the Ragnarok map for ARK Survival Evolved were David Miller, Matt Jans, who I didn't actually mention earlier, and Jackson Lawrence. So shout out to you, Matt. And they were developers of previous popular ARK mods, Valhalla and Amasasura, I'm going to try and go for. I don't remember that map, but Valhalla was, if you're a newer ARK player and you didn't play Valhalla, back on ARK Survival Evolved, Valhalla was such an OG mod map, and it never made it to the official game. That could have potentially been, right now, one of the maps that could have come to the ARK, but it never did. So I'd like to know behind that. Maybe it was just Ragnarok was the better map and they decided to go with that. But their work on Ragnarok resulted in its release as the first mod to be integrated into ARK Survival Evolved through the sponsored mod program. Wasn't the center that? Well, either way, Ragnarok was there as well. Studio Wildcard also played a role in the development of and publishing of Ragnarok. So why was Ragnarok so special to all of us? Obviously, one of the biggest things, you know, first of all, before Asterius and the land of, you know, all of that, is that it was, you know, the huge size of Ragnarok. It was bigger than the island, it was bigger than Scorched Earth, and it was just a really exciting new time. We had the unique biomes, we had snowy mountains, lava fields and waterfalls, Viking Bay as one of the most memorable spawn zones in Ragnarok, you know, built-in dungeons, ruins, the Wyvern Trench, griffins. You know, it's what made this map so special. And obviously, you know, it was a community made map, which I have to be honest, all of Wildcard's DLCs are absolutely amazing, but a lot of the community maps have been so special because it was made by one of us, you know, like it was made by, and this is what I love about the ARK community, right, is when someone gets so into the game and starts wanting to get involved in actually mod creation. I've watched so many people over the last 10 years go from just average ARK players to literally having their own creation in the game, whether that's from community creature votes or whether that's from literally creating their own mods, and Wildcard liked them so much that they end up now working at Studio Wildcard. If you guys know about someone called Codex Alex, I think it's or Cody Alex, was literally making a crazy map for ARK Survival Evolved called, oh no, I'm going to forget it, this is so annoying, a crazy old map, and it was like one of the best maps I've seen, mod maps, and Studio Wildcard hired him, and it was like, done, there you go. So what's going to be new with ARK Ragnarok Ascended? So not only is ARK Ragnarok Ascended being built in Unreal Engine 5.5.4, so it's going to be the first new map to actually be released in this version of the game, it is also going to be bringing us the brand new free giant bison creature, which again apparently was meant to come to the game years and years and years ago when Ragnarok actually first launched, and it's been talked about to come to the game for a while. But also, alongside this, Studio Wildcard are going to do another fantastic tame, which I know can cause a little bit of controversy because, you know, it's a paid tame and still there's a lot of people in the community that aren't happy with paid tames. But there's also going to be some sort of, we don't know what it is at the moment, but we know there's some sort of other paid content coming with Ragnarok, which looks to be like in like similar things to like Bob's Tall Tales. So you know when Bob's Tall Tales launched and you could get like those new structures, more cosmetics, that kind of stuff. I think a whole new vibe is coming to Ragnarok that we don't even really know about, and I think it's going to be like, you know, all these different Ragnarok-like structures. Like, I think every DLC moving forward from now is going to have their own, like, kind of style and Bob's Tall Tales, like, and what's going on further and further as time goes on, which I don't mind. Again, I'm not still a massive... I love the Fantastic Tame Dreadmare, and I do like a Pyro, right? I still kind of am against the idea of them being paid creatures. I still don't like that. But what I don't mind if Studio Wildcard do is every new DLC that's coming up in the future, if they find different ways to monetize things that aren't sort of pay to win and are releasing like cool other stuff that, you know, I know there's some borderline stuff, but I don't mind that if they're monetizing it in the right way. Like, and that's what I get more excited about, the new things that Studio Wildcard do. Like, we hear about something, and then by the time we actually get the DLC launch, there's all this other stuff we never thought was ever coming, and it's so, I find that one of the most exciting things about launch day. So yeah, pretty much just like some like final thoughts on things and getting ready for the map is, of course, Ragnarok is a huge nostalgia, you know, throwback, and I've seen some comments in the past where players have said, you know, Asterisk is 10 times the map Ragnarok actually is, and everyone's just thinking of nostalgia. But even if that is the case, and I personally think Ragnarok is going to be better than Asterisk. I still think, by the way, no disrespect to Nakatas, I think Asterisk is amazing. It's the main map I play on. But I just think the fact they're putting all of this love and work into it, and it's mainly sort of developed in-house with Studio Wildcard, the OG developers and stuff, I just think also alongside with nostalgia, it's what makes like the game so amazing. And to be honest, one thing that, you know, being a content creator I've noticed is when I make content on whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube or whatever, these types of maps, these types of whatever are the stuff that gets views, really, because of that nostalgia effect. If I make videos on Lost Colony, a lot of the ASA community will watch it. But when I make videos such as Ragnarok, like I'm doing now, or when I'm making videos on what's going to be the next one after this, Valguero is meant to be coming after this as well, because of that nostalgic side of it, it does just bring more players back. Extinction was the same, and that's what it's like, because everyone, it's like Fortnite OG, you know, when that released, it's that nostalgia effect that brings so many players back. So when it comes to Lost Colony, I'm sure it'll do well. And also it is on a wrap prime, so it still has that kind of like OG lore to it. But it's going to be an interesting scenario how Studio Wildcard actually promote it, because the teaser trailer didn't do too well on views when it came to Lost Colony, whereas I believe this Ragnarok trailer is going to hit over 1 million views. I'm telling you, I just feel it. But yeah, apart from all of this, Ark Survival Ascended still is in major need of optimization. I've talked about this in many videos over, you know, the last couple of months, and it is true. The game is in dire need of savior from this engine upgrade. And I'm not saying that this engine upgrade is going to fix everything, because I've seen comments where people are like, Dom, you're so deluded. Do you think this one engine upgrade is going to fix the game? No. I don't think it's going to fix the game completely, but what I do think it will do is put the game in a better state than what we have it right now. And that, for me, is just what I want. Progress. And none of us truly know how good it's going to be. We know its performance increase. We know its stuff. But we also know Studio Wildcard don't manage to hit their true targets when it comes to things. So I'm not going to say it's going to be the biggest game changer in the world, but it's better than what state we're currently in. And I personally don't think I can complain. I just want to keep moving forward. And then obviously Ragnarok coming next afterwards, I do believe is what we need right now in the ARK community. It's very dry right now in the ARK community. We're all kind of playing with different mods and different clusters. You know, we all kind of create our own fun, which is what the beautiful side of ARK is. We create our own fun. But when Studio Wildcard are very slow on content drops, when they're really slow on fixes, when they've got big problems that people lose things in game on official servers, it does really kill the vibe. So the game is in dire need for this Unreal Engine update. We have now hit April 15th, so we're in between the time zone now of April 15th and May 15th. As I've said to you guys many times, I really don't think Unreal Engine is gonna drop until between May 7th and May 15th. I think that's gonna be the earliest possible time. But like I've said, I will make a video. I've seen the comments on what we have to prepare on if you're a cluster or server owner for the launch of Unreal Engine, because it's going to break loads of stuff. That video will come closer to the time, but Studio Wildcard must make sure that they give us the news about the launch of Unreal Engine with at least 2 to 3 weeks in advance. People need that timing. Not a few days, not a week, at least a minimum of 2. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm so excited, if you couldn't tell, about the launch of Ragnarok. Let's get that Unreal Engine out there first, and I'll catch you in my next video.